Hey, folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to some more City Skylines. It is post-release day. I know a bunch of people in the Discord have been having some fun with the game. Some people on Reddit have been having fun with the game. The people who are trashing reviews are still having fun with that aspect of things. Oh, the internet. Never change. Never, ever change. How's everyone doing? I've had kind of a late start to things this morning. So I have consumed nothing but coffee so far, so I'm going to be extra jittery today. Cheers. Oh, coffee. What would we do without you? Probably have a more balanced sleep schedule, actually. Do. Need to eat properly. I know, right? Da. We got someone in chat literally called consumer of coffee NPCs. Topical, baby. Accidentally stayed up until 3 a.m. playing last night. Wow. Wait, what's going on over here? Not enough electricity. I think that's right. We left things off yesterday. Not yesterday, Monday, with noticing that we have a bit of a power thing. It's not that we don't have enough power actually, okay. Turns out we are consuming more power than we produce. Now, of course, we can import power from the outside world. The issue is that this section of town over here is quite far from our closest electrical substation, right over here. So the road network can only support so much. Now, we could, of course, just drop another substation there connected to the high voltage power cables and get more power coming in from the outside world. But I think we do want a little bit more power, Jen.
Does music have if it doesn't look to its past?
Oh, damn it!
Well, I say the question.
Why is it change radio stations on us? There we go. I don't want any chitty chatty. Hey, Origin, thanks for the resub. I have not tried the new Vicky Horror 3 patch, which is a darn shame. Well, Vicky, I'm sort of kind of intentionally waiting because I know the new Vicky patch is looking amazing. But I don't think, I think they had ripped out a few systems and were re-implementing things. And I don't know if anything's back. Was it naval battles hadn't been put? There's some stuff that this new Vicky patch is huge and game changing. Meanwhile, with Hoi 4, I've actually had access to stuff for a while. I like a preview thing, but we're just so busy, and I'm dying to get back into Hoi. It's been a long time. So hopefully soon. Well, we've been buying power a long time. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We've intentionally set this up with the power thing, so we don't have to constantly be building new power stations sort of, as the city grows, right? We can let it grow organically, start buying power, build a new power station, sell power for a while until it catches up. But I think I might like another incinerator. Now, the thing is, do we just put another one over here? Is an interesting idea. I mean, we've already got the area, the pollution's already going on, but we might want to spread out the garbage pickup trucks. I did go and add in the facility to process garbage more quickly. We could add more trucks and more storage over here, but I don't think that's any point to doing that. That's not what we're looking to do. And actually, if we take a look at the amount of garbage, keep thinking this is the garbage can. Oh yeah, that's right, it's a recycle symbol. Yeah, we produce a lot more garbage than we process. So we can absolutely positively go ahead and build another incineration plant. I just don't know where I want to put it. I guess I could put it over here. We've sort of got a polluty kind of thing going on. Of course, the big thing I want to be focusing on today is working on our sort of Manhattan Island kind of esque thing. We're kind of handcrafting, hand placing our little districts here and building little alleyways between our buildings, because I think that's going to look really cool. So I want to be focusing on that, but I need to get power. I mean, I guess I could. It might not be the dumbest idea to designate some area over here for it. We check the wind currents. If we went and stuck something sort of here, the pollution would mostly blow right over here where there's not going to be anything because of these hills. So maybe we put an incineration plant over here. We can also develop a bit of an industrial area over here. Not too much, because I don't want to encroach on the residential space over here, but perhaps this. Put wind turbines between the incinerators? No, that's true too. How far does pollution travel? It does depend. Right now, it's actually not traveling too badly. I mean, here's the biggest plume here, and it kind of makes sense. It's our incineration plant. It's pretty intense, actually. It is piggybacking on the industrial, but we do have some policies to reduce that. So that is a pretty significant plume of pollution. Here, it's just a pure industrial area. You can see it's not quite as severe. We could buy tiles behind here. Did someone say something about that? Buy a tile next to the polluting thing. Over here. He'll meet bulldozer in progress. Can we do that? I don't know. I'm actually just debating just putting down a transformer station over here. Or, you know what? What if we... I was going to say more wind turbines here. The problem with the wind turbines here is they weren't actually all that potent. It's not that windy. Oh, across the way, it's a lot better. Hold on. Oh, okay. We can get some decent go juice across the way here. Okay, this is less about just overall power generation, and it's more about getting power to this section locally. How do I get the snap? Because I don't think that's not snapping there. There we go. These guys interconnected. Then I guess I can do an underground connection for this as well too. Okay, so this is going to be better because now this grid should, hopefully, soon... Wait. Well, that underground connection didn't actually go. Sorry, is B not bulldoze? Yeah, there it is. Maybe for this one, I have to connect it on the surface like this for it to work. Oh, hold on. What are you doing? Electrical poles? Why are you being like this? All right, I'll start from the surface. I'm on the surface mode right now at 0 meters. Now I'm going to go underground. Okay, there we go. Sometimes, some of the things I've noticed, I think for the high voltage power lines, I could do the whole thing underground. And it was working fine, even connecting up to the other building. There you go. That goes away, because now the local grid over here is fine. We're going to generally be buying less electricity all of a sudden, but the big thing is that we don't have to worry about pumping electricity probably all the way from this transformer station through all this to over here, and I think that's what wasn't working. Plus, it looks kind of nice. I'm actually wondering about moving this wind turbine here, but we'll leave it there for now. Run the turbines in reverse, blow the pollution away. Yeah, there we go. That's the trick. Okay. Oh, I don't have a subway station over here, too. That's the other thing, and I guess before we start plopping down buildings, we should probably go and get that. You know, 2x2 tiles is the smallest zone. What are these guys? Shoot, why don't I just put the subway right there, replacing that building here. Tram, subway. Underground subway station. Oh. Oh, the subway station's a 2x3. How do I feel about that? Well, I guess I just feel neutral about it, but that means I do have to paste things somewhere else. Maybe I'll put it sort of in the middle of the block here, because then we'll still be able to have some buildings that pop up around it. I mean, I would normally think of it as a corner, but it is going to... Maybe we do just put it on the corner. All right, let's get this hooked up. So maybe we just have a subway line that connects up here, because of course here we have two subway lines that are going, well, we have one going clockwise, one going anti-clockwise from this. So if we just hook up a line from here to there, we're going to be okay. Now, do they do U-turns inside the subway station itself? Let's, connect to that there. Oh, you need to go deeper? Oh, you're still complaining about the water. Okay, well then, hey, what, go level here? I guess it makes sense. You can't tunnel through water. Okay, hold on. Let's back up. Back up the bus. Well, back up the subway the tracks. Come back over here. Subway. Now, this station does seem to be 10 meters on the ground, although I did find the vertical snapping of the subway stations particularly tricksy for us. Also go into curvy mode. Come over here. Then straighten out this. In parallel here. Up to the surface. Let's build the bridge first, maybe. How's the game ring? Yeah, it's perfectly fine. There's like 2 graphic settings you have to turn off that are, and they're on by default, at least with like the higher graphic modes. So, you know, first of all, I just need to elevate this higher, I guess. Yeah, okay. Actually might have a hard time getting the subway to work out here. We'll see. So we're gonna start, let's go into straight line mode. From here, descend, -20. Okay, there we go. It's no longer too steep, although it is gonna go and plow through that building, but I guess that's okay. Into the underground, that's gonna be fine. Yeah, and I'm not saying that they don't need to go and do an optimization pass. They definitely do. I'm even running in high level of detail, which the devs have said, don't, you know, drop that down for increased performance. And the performance does improve. I do get an extra like 15 FPS if I drop to low, but right now I'm doing 60 FPS. Ooh, then just drop down. There we go. Right here. 43. And people who have been here throughout the whole stream know this is getting repetitive, but people keep asking these questions. And I mean, it's a fair question. Here's 30 FPS, which seems to effectively be kind of my floor over here. And I could improve it to probably about 45 by dropping the level of detail down to low. But I'm fine with this for now. Okay. So, I mean, I could keep running this elevated here, which might be fun, because then we get to see little trains. But I think I'm going to drop underground just because there's a good chance we're going to want to develop this area. Therefore, we're not going to want this subway line to be in the way. So, we want to be, I guess I have to be above here to the... Okay, I gotta start at 0. I guess because of the ground height over here? No, see, it's clicking through. Hey, why 4 not snapping here? Oh, because I'm on a freaking road tool. Guys, why didn't you tell me I was on the wrong tool? It's because I keep going here and thinking that's where the tracks are. There we go. So, 10 meters above. Now we're looking good. Drop down to 20 below. In a straight line until we don't get a slope complaint. Where's my... Hang on. 80 degrees. Right there. Oh! Am I in curvy mode? God dang it. Degrees. No slope complaints. There we go. Okay. Now, let's go back to curvy mode. Oh shit, is there another body of water I'm gonna have to cross here? Dang it. Hang on. We are gonna stay elevated throughout this section. Straight line tool. Roughly aligned with this. Actually, we can literally get aligned with it because we've got these helpful guides. And then cross over that way. I mean, I could dip down for a little bit, but now I kind of just want to stay elevated. Now we're going to do the same thing where we're in straight mode. Good. Grab this tool. Drop down to, let's say, -20. These vehicles don't care about grading, so we'll just... Oh, hold on. This water here is operating at minus 20. We could screw track up to minus 10, but then it would want to go and surface for a little bit. So we'll just drop down to minus 30. Scrooch under those water pipes. Let's come back up to minus 20. Okay. Curvy mode engaged. And where's my subway station? Is that it there? It is. I think. Yep, there you go. We can see the elevated place. So we're going to bring you in over here. Now, if I ask you, subway tool, from here to here, do you just do a U-turn in the subway station and come back over here? I need to highlight this route specifically. I guess the easiest way to do that is to go to my subway station here. Do this. That's not the subway station. Here. There you go. The one line. And is it highlighting just that one? It's hard to tell. Yeah, there you go. I think it is just ending here and doing a U-turn. Good. Okay. Because I didn't want to have to do like the huge loop or anything. I guess the length 6.5, I don't even know if that's quite indicative. From here, does anyone know if there's a way to get back to all the subway lines from this view? Because that's something I can't figure out. And I'm not convinced that it exists, and it probably should exist. Right? Because annoyingly, if I go here and I go to public transit and then I look at my subway lines and then I click on that, first thing I can do, first of all, is I can hide the others and just confirm that the only green line... Yeah, it is definitely ending over here, so that's good. So that's working the way I want. But the thing is, if I go here and it's like, hold on, let me investigate this line, and then I want to go back to the previous menu, I'm not sure if there's a way to do that. And I hate that. There should be a button here. I mean, theoretically, closing this could bring you back to the previous screen. It still keeps the transportation pop-up open, but I want to go back to this screen immediately. And that would be kind of convenient. And they could just have some sort of hyperlink on like this page, right? The same thing that's like, that just says all or subway lines, or a button down here. We click back on that and it brings you back to that screen. I would like that very much. Hey, we've reached the point where I like the game enough that I can start complaining about the user interface. That's always a good sign if you know Quill is way into a game when he starts complaining about the UI. Because it's like, all right, I'm going to be putting like several hundred hours into this game. So let's see what we can do to optimize things. All right, so we got that, which is going to be great for this area. Now, do I just want to go and designate a bunch of stuff at once here? How's our demand? It's pretty good. Do we want to mix our zoning in this area? Because like, and that's kind of what we're doing. We're interspreading, you know, offices with some commercial. I feel like it probably conceptually makes more sense for more of the residential to be kind of together, and sort of office and commercial to maybe be mixed a little bit in other ways, or maybe just offices in general. Like if this becomes sort of like a Wall Street kind of vibe and it's all just office buildings. But at the same time, I'd kind of want them to be a little centered up here. Like part of me is like, can I open up some sort of map of Manhattan with the zoning? Does such a thing exist? I don't know. Feel bad for those low density houses that never get even sun because high-rise buildings. Yeah, we're going to be... yeah, our demand is like crazy. People desperately want to move into our awesome city. So we should really just start blobbing some things down. Okay, maybe we plan on just cramming in a few more offices in this general area. So let's do that. We're going to go high-rise office buildings. Do we want to mix and match the sizes still? Well, I might do a couple of 6x6s. I don't know, is 6x4 a size? Let me give it a second to kick in. There we go. Because I want the high rise to start and not for the zoning to get confused. Now, over here, we do have some odd sizes, but... let's see what kind of stuff we get out of this. How many households and skyscrapers haven't got to them yet? So this one here is an office building that hires 112 people. This is a high-rise residential area with a 6x6 base with 216 households in it. Currently 288 residents and 40 pets. Now, I think I would like to leave a plaza. Oh, should I put it near the subway station? I don't know. We got a little baby park over there. If we go to large parks, is there a large plaza? There is. Oh, it's wider than... oh, no, there we go. Yeah, perfect. I'd assumed it was going to be based on sort of a 6-wide thing. There we go. So we got a nice little park kind of plaza thing over here. I think I'm going to plan for another largish park. Maybe here, and then we get some more residential. Okay, we got the little park, but let's get some extra services. If I go to large park, large city park. So the base, let me turn off the leisure overlap. It might, it's not actually easy. And next to the park, high density residential. Oh, we could do a little mixed over here. Maybe we'll mix this. And then put another one of those bad boys in here. Yeah, people keep wanting to move in. We also just need more industrial as well, which I might do here. Is there any resources right there? No, not there. I mean, we knew there was a bunch of resources on this island, but I didn't care. I wanted to build our Manhattan over here. We could do this, but it would probably put a pollution plume that way. Ooh, an iron press building. Books to nourish the mind and soul. Luxury apartments on top. Bottom floor is bookstore. Stocks everything from the ordinary to the esoteric. This feels like it should be in our college town area. Either literally by this college or over here by the university. I kind of want to do this area, though. Where is? We haven't used a lot of these. Oh, is it? It's mixed, isn't it? Yeah. Mixed iron press building. Maybe because I just designated some more mixed. I can't figure out, do I want that? Maybe right at this corner, actually. Yeah, I like this. There we go. Some people upset because we did replace their houses. Post an NYC zoning website on Discord. Really, Voodoo? Look at that! A website dedicated to New York City zoning. Oh, it's way more complicated. Zoning. Yeah, residential, commercial. Fascinating. Thank you. That's really cool. Actually, a great website. I need help. I can't make money with my city. Every city I build quickly gets into 200K loss monthly. Dagnus, what population are you talking about, though? Because until your population breaks, 10,000, maybe 20,000, your city probably won't be self-sustaining. Other than you need to keep growing it so that you get the cash injections from hitting these milestones. You're only 4,600. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine and normal. I mean, if you're going bankrupt, it's because you may not grow it enough. But every time you reach one of these milestones, you get a huge cash injection of like increasing amounts over here. And that's to sustain the early growth. It's like, sort of like federal subsidies or something like that. The other thing is, like, some of the services, you got to double check the costs. Some of them are really expensive. Like, there's no reason to rush a hospital right away. It's $500,000 a month. And even in my city, it's only serving 23 patients right now. Like, this is so expensive. Clinics are so much cheaper, Get a couple of clinics early. You can always bulldoze them later on. Oh, the other thing is taxes. Apparently, okay, so for those of us who are coming from City Skylines 1, taxation had to be fairly low. What people have realized in CS2 is you can actually tax a lot more aggressively than previously. And we can actually use it a little bit differently. One of the things I wanted to try here is I wanted to do a reverse progressive tax here of screwing the poors, like a regular politician does. Like if we do something kind of like this, it might encourage more people to push towards highly educated, which might increase the people looking for office jobs, which might make our little Manhattan area here better. I don't know if that really works that way, but yeah, reality let's play. And in fact, I think a lot of people have said you can actually tax like way more than this too. You know, like we might want to keep our office taxes lower because we really want to move things in that direction. And then over here, we could, oh, you know what? We keep getting all these vehicle places. Maybe we should tax them more so that there would be less. You know, but we can sort of incentivize things to go in a different way. We could be more aggressive about taxing things that feel like they might be more polluty, for example, and kind of discourage that. I don't know. But yeah, we'll mess with the residential stuff right now. But yeah, we're making money right now, but not much. And sometimes this will still go negative, right? If I plop down a single new hospital in this block, then all of a sudden we're going to go from plus 100 to minus 400. Okay, a month. Okay, I'm liking this. Oh, did you? Interesting. See, I wonder why it did that. So why did it not build? I wonder if it's because of the slope. It didn't build a single 6x6 residential buildings. It built 2 3x6s. Actually, I'm not even sure it's using the space back here. Oh, a little mixed housing here is looking nice. Can we find out about, like, what's on the ground floor? What's the ground floor business? It sells apparel. And then at the top, we've got people living here. Yeah. 60 some. It's like dim sum, maybe? Ooh, dim sum. Ooh, I should get some dumplings. I've made dumplings a couple of times from scratch. They are apocalyptic amounts of work. They're good, but they're so much work. I've always wanted to make soup dumplings, which is something I've never tried. But I just don't think I could do it. Is purple like high-rise commercial? Purple is office buildings. Purple is office buildings. All right, I think I can probably... Now, some of this I'm going to want row housing for. At some point, right? We're going to have like the peaks in the middle and then sort of going down. But at what point? I want to do more radius. Do I want to have some more high rises here, or at this point do we switch over? Maybe a little bit more. Then what we'll do, we'll throw in a little section of medium density. Break it up a little bit. And then we're going to go into row housing. Now this might drop my demand quite quickly here. I might, hold on, let me D-zone a little by the edge. I'm worried it's gonna... Oh, I mean, the sea border is fine, actually. Never mind. We can go back in. Okay. Oh, one thing is, when we were zoning huge areas at once and we were getting a little bit of that stutter in that situation, I wondered if it was like a bunch of assets loading in or cars loading in. There was an AMA by the Colossal Order people yesterday, and they talked about its thread synchronization, most likely the case, which is interesting. So... this game here would really, really benefit from being highly multi-threaded for lots of little jobs. But one of the things that makes multi-threaded programming very difficult is that at some point, certain things do need to be synchronized, because you can't have a situation where two separate threads are trying to manipulate the same data, or one's not even manipulate, one's trying to read the data while it's being changed by another thread. Very, very bad. So at some point, what you have to do is you have to sync up some of these things and say, hold on, I've got this thing, I'm making some changes. Anyone who's trying to access this block of data, you just have to wait. Just wait. Okay, now you can go ahead and read it or whatever. Like having multiple threads read from a chunk of data is totally fine. But as soon as one thing wants to write to some data, then all the other threads kind of have to sit and wait. And it sounds like maybe what's happening there when we're blocking out huge issues, huge pieces of land, right? And we have like that little few seconds of the game sort of doing a little bit of a stutter. What's likely happening is there's a bunch of things that are constantly changing some data block, and all these other threads keep having to wait for that to happen. I suspect their solution for that will be to just batch some of those changes up. So it just has one brief pause instead of multiple brief pauses that suddenly you notice. Yeah, I like the snow as well. As a reminder, we are in the Southern Hemisphere, so that's why it is snowing in June. We're working on the North American tile set, the NA tile set, but in fact it is Southern Hemisphere. Just where we happen to pick the map. I don't even remember if I'd explicitly called that out when we picked the map. I don't know if I'd noticed at the time. Oh, we have a car accident! I love the car accidents! Every now and again we've caught one on screen, and it's really exciting to see. We do have a local police station and a local fire station, which is apparently very important because we have an... Oh my god, this is a car that's on fire! I've never seen that! I mean, very realistic. Holy cow. But yeah, right over here we've got... oh, that's our school. There's the police HQ, and then a medical clinic, crematorium. Hold on, do we have a fire station on this island? I thought we did. We, in fact, do not. Okay. We haven't unlocked the big fire station yet, but honestly, I don't know that we need it. I'm going to build a little firehouse, and I think I'm just going to tuck it over here. You know what? Right next to where this subway line comes out, because I'm betting it's slightly noisy, so maybe people won't want to live right next to it. Although they might not want to live right next to the fire station either, but tough patooties. And for this fire station, it's not too bad. They can come out here, get to this intersection right away, and then service the city pretty quickly. And in fact, I might build a little cross street right here. I think I like that idea. So we're going to do an actual 2-lane road. We are going to go to ground level, please. There we go. Now, do I want to do something because of the fact that this space here isn't being used? How do I feel about that? We need some 1x1 ploppables. I'm okay with the smallest lot size being 2x2, but some more 1x1 ploppables for just arts would be great. You're right, this could be a walking only street because the service vehicles would still be able to use it. But we are gonna have some blocks in here. 1x1 food trucks. Now that would be awesome. I think actually row housing can be 1 tile wide, right? If I go and row housing, yeah, to here. There we go. Hold on. Look at that. I don't know why I made that terrible sound. No roundabout with radar. I don't think I want a roundabout in here because I want that kind of, yeah, Manhattan kind of grid feel in this area. I mean, we have roundabouts that service from the highway. But in here, no, I want grid. And if we get a little bit of a grid lock, it's just going to add to the realism. Ooh. Waiting for a hearse. I mean, there's a crematorium right here. Right here. They complain instantly. It's like we've had a dead body here for like 30 seconds. Admittedly, if I was in a room with a dead body, I'd be kind of complaining that the coroner hadn't somehow teleported here instantly to deal with this problem as well. Like, all right, you know what? Fairly realistic, I suppose, but not terribly useful from a UI pop-up. They need to extend the time for this pop-up to come up here. Need a street full of theaters and more high-rise to complete the illusion. Yeah, I don't think so. One of the things is entertainment need is definitely something that exists in the city. People complain about, well, they comment on whether they have a lot of free time or not. And oh, look at the rent complained over here. Oh no, that's not enough customers. Never mind. Yeah, which is another display that's incorrect. The commercial businesses do just fine. They level up, everything is okay, but they constantly complain about this not enough customers, even though everything is going great. So that's just, again, just a little like the indicator. And it is one of those things that at this point I feel like it was almost like a week and a half ago or something on the the Discord channel for like the content creators, like the early access one, that the Colossal Order was like, yeah, we're aware of it. We have the fix. We don't want to like rush it out a few days before release and find out we've accidentally introduced a crash bug to the game. So whenever the first patch does land after going through QA and stuff, these little not enough customers things will go away. And I'm wondering if the complaints about the hearse and whatever will also they complain like too quickly. Mm-hmm. Like the row house infill. Yeah.
Money for Essentia.
Money for Essentia.
Hey Quill, old YT sub here. Quick question. Do you think this is a good upgrade from the first game?
Yes.
How is your experience so far? Are traffic jams...
I'm sorry, does the AI not have the ability to say experience? Because you spelled that correctly. Oh no, you didn't spell it correctly. That's why I had a hard time saying it. Okay, sorry. I mean, I do typos all the time. I'm not judging you for that. I was just judging the voice. Are traffic jams the same demon? No. So first of all, yes, I think this is... and I've said it multiple times, I don't see myself ever going back to City Skylines 1. The tools, the details, like the road stuff is just so much better, both for building and also the traffic related to that. Like to me, it's fine. Even with all the mods that CS1 had, yeah, I don't see myself going back. My only complaint is the same complaint as everyone is, that obviously there needs to be a performance optimization pass. It's working fine. This shot here is getting me 38 FPS, which, I mean, it's not a god tier number, right? But it is playable for me on my computer, etc., etc. Caveat, caveat, caveat. There are some Reddit threads on the City Skyline sub forum where people have listed much lower computer specs, and they're still having a fine experience. Now, my opinion, if you've got something like 4000 series cards like I do, we should probably be able to re-implement volumetrics and, you know, clouds and things like that, which are two things that apparently slow things down very much. So clearly those systems are glitchy. It's not a flawless release. And, you know, we've got to caveat it with your computer and various things like that. But for a city building simulator, you know, 30 frames as a sort of a floor. Going below that gets a little bit not good. But if you're doing 30 frames a second, I can see it being a valid target. I would love to see 60 on my particular setup because I feel like my computer should be overkilling this by a little bit. I'm going to give them a grace period is what I'm going to do. A grace period. But yeah, just to bring it up. But right now, I'm fine. And even if, for me personally, right, not talking about what I'm recommending to the public at large, but for me personally, I'm fine with this. And yeah, I will not be going back to CS1. This is great. Oh man, there was a Reddit post as well. Someone demonstrating the land that's available through, like, with modding, right? Like, so the original City Skylines had, you know, a certain little area, and you could unlock a few more tiles out of a bigger block, right? You had a bigger block of space, you can unlock a certain number of tiles. And of course, mods came out pretty quickly that made it so that you didn't have a limit to how much you could unlock. And eventually going up to all the way to what? Is it 81 tiles or something like that? Well, this game here, if you were to make a custom map and if you were to have a mod to release the limits, is like a bajillion times bigger. It's crazy. Now, obviously, that would absolutely smoke your computer from a different point of view, because right now there you go, I'm just finding the post. Right now, the limiting factor in the game, it's like GPU limitations. The CPU is having a fine time, so it's not the simulation, which is one of the reasons, there's the link to the page, which is one of the reasons that the frame rate only drops a certain amount as your city grows and then just flattens. Going from 10,000 people to 100,000 people doesn't seem to affect the frame rate at all, because it is just a visual rendering kind of issue, not the simulation. Which means we can't actually run much larger cities than this, because there's space on the CPU part of things. It's just the GPU which is having some issues right now. We had a crime over here in this. I mean, it's a big apartment building. It's 300 people in here. There's going to be crime from time to time just by a numbers game. Maybe, okay, I think we're gonna keep growing the high rises along the main street over here, which is currently called Pacific Street, which we're gonna rename. I'm gonna look at chat in a moment. It's gonna be Nicolaos Ave. There we are. Pure coincidence. There you go. That's gonna be our main avenue through here, and yeah, we're gonna keep putting in some fairly high-risey kind of buildings. In fact, we might want to do some rezoning over here to make it taller. I don't know. A nice park here. Demand's still nice and high, which is great. We love to see it. Let's see if I go here let's see. This is 12 wide, right? If I do 4x6 and 4x6 and then something like that. By 6. Oh, I'm sorry, did you not take? Oh, I'm trying to zone over the park. Adoy.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Her path over here. I want to do a little pedestrian. Okay, well, we've got an crosswalk. It is an intersection. I don't think I want to build another one that close. Pedestrian road here with some housing. I do 4x6 this way. What kind of building pops in there? Yeah. Not going to use up all the space. Let's see. Oh, that's an interesting question or point, Duo. Duo says the reason you're getting smaller buildings is because when you rezone, the existing buildings are disappearing at different intervals, so not using the full size. I wonder if that might be true. So what we could do, compensate here, is do some pre-bulldozing over here. Oh, I still didn't get a 6x6 over here. But I'm kind of okay with this. Okay, we have no high density. Well, it might pop in again, but right now there's not any more demand for that. There's still some office demand. Oh, then we've got the school over here too. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna switch over. I was gonna say to row housing. There's not yet a demand for it. Although I think I'm going to put it down anyway. So this is going to be row housing behind this school here. And then we'll do some higher density on the other side. So let's pre-bulldoze a little section here while we're paused. And see if we can get a nice 6x6 office building in there. That did happen. Good. Oh, wait, and this is coming back in because I never actually de-zoned this area. Let's see about doing a high density commercial. Okay. I don't know if I want skyscrapers right up to the edge here. We'll see. And then, yeah, we might add a little bit more over here. Well, sometimes I am trying to get varied sizes, and sometimes I wanted the big block. Like, in my varied sizes of things, the 6x6 is also one of the varied sizes. But here, this was intentional. I thought this was going to be one building. I'm actually okay with two of these like that. Little zoning, and yet nothing in here, although we could go and sneak in another park or something in that area, or just leave some trees. Or what I could do is I could bulldoze. You know what? I will actually bulldoze these two. Yeah, and see if we can get one single big commercial in there. There we go. Yeah, there. That's what I want. Instantly complaining about not enough customers. The view between those two buildings sucks. Yeah, if you had like a small little building here, just getting squished between the two. I mean, this commercial won't be that big anyway, but that'll be fine. All right. Infinite demand for low density. Now, who lives in the low density, right? Household of wealth, wretched. I mean... wealthy... Because, I mean... It's not tied to, like... I wouldn't think it's tied to wealth level. Or if anything else, like, the richer people are probably more likely to want their own single-family house, right? Oh! Oh my god! Mega traffic accident! What happened? Screenshot. Screenshot. Oh, this is great. Hold on, hold on, hold on. It seems to be like unrelated unless something got sent like really far away. Wow, that's a motorcycle. jeez. I like unconcerned pedestrians. Okay, the fire's been put out. Police is here. I mean, they should really, like, cordon off the entire road over here. Wow. That's great. I love these car accidents. I mean, a big car accident like this, like multi-collision thing on this road is going to cause such a traffic jam at some point. We're lucky this area hasn't been fully developed yet. Wow, that is sick. All right, we do need more office buildings. So, one of the things I can do is I can D-zone first, which is also going to be a way to get the houses out of here, but we'll also go in, bulldoze this. Yeah, sorry about bulldozing that one, people. Let's do this, and then let's go and put in a little walking-only path right here. Oh, that's going to make another intersection quite close to that one. Let's give it a little bit more space. From here. Like that. Okay. You're a disaster tourist in real life. We might need a second road maintenance facility, especially way out here. Because that does contribute to bringing down the accidents. Do we see, if I do road condition is sort of yellowing over here, so we could use more maintenance. I don't know where I want to put it. I mean, for now we could just plop some more things on this little island here, but I think we are going to develop this area. Now, one of the interesting questions might be, oh look, I actually touched the ground there. It might be, do we continue the sort of gritty Manhattan-y vibe over here, or does it get a very different feel? I love how this part doesn't have the snow because of the temperature, right? We're right on the cusp of freezing, and it's based on elevation a lot. That's cool. The drug dealer alley. I mean, maybe we should put a police station near here. Man, there's still just more office demand. And lots of industrial demand, which I'm still wondering about doing a little industrial area back here. Get some more tiles to buy. At the very least, that one. Make it Brooklyn or Queens. I don't know what kind of vibe. I mean, Brooklyn, Queens would be a lot of row housing, right? And sort of like mid-level, like mid-height apartments. That might be the case. The company behind Cities 2 has 20 employees. 30. That was part of their Q&A. That's an entire team. That's not just programmers. That's literally their entire Colossal Order team, which would include certainly programmers and artists and probably marketing and, you know, legal. Oh, we got another... Oh, no, that's a traffic jam. Oh. No, that might be just temporary. We're going to keep an eye on this area. But it's possible that what we're really going to need here, and I suspect maybe on the other side, rather than just using this roundabout, we might need a proper interchange in both these places. I suspect very much that's what we're going to want to do. But there may have been an accident here for a bit or something else that backed up the traffic. I don't know. It's coming in at a pretty consistent rate. No, it is clearing. It is clearing. Yeah, there might have been a collision. Or just a sudden traffic wave as a bunch of people moved in and out. There was also the sort of rush hour concept that happens too. Marketing legal probably done entirely PDX. Marketing, you're right, probably PDX. Legal, I don't know. I mean, I would assume Colossal Order needs their own legal team as well, because Colossal Order isn't owned by Paradox. It's not like the, as far as I know, it's not like the Harebrained Schemes situation where Paradox had actually bought them. Although they're going back their own independent ways. I actually played some BattleTech the last couple of days. God, I love that game so much. Okay. Let's... I want to work over here because I kind of do want to build a little bit of an industrial area. And it'd be maybe a good place for another road thing. You need to finish BattleTech. Oh, yeah. I mean, I only played the main campaign the one time. And then I went right into career mode at that point. I'm a little bit worried about cross streets over here generating a lot of traffic on this. Because there's still going to be a lot of traffic coming through to hit this city. I could make this section wider, which I suspect in CS2 actually does help with traffic. One of the issues with City Skylines 1 is that more lanes really didn't make a big difference because the traffic is mostly pretty stupid about like what lanes they use for traffic and things like that. Even with the traffic mods, it never really helped that much. No, I don't think water freezes in this game. So what if we go and 6-lane road this for a little bit? I mean invalid shape. Why 4 invalid? Do you just not like to go into the roundabout? Okay, I think we'll redo that. You know what? Maybe I'll leave it for a second. Work on this island and then go and replace. I don't know. We should probably do it now, shouldn't we? Let's replace this with a trumpet. Yeah, actually, ooh, I kind of wish I could undo because I say, hold on, I do just want to upgrade this to a 6. Get 180 degrees. Oh, it might be snapping on the building. Oh, there. No, there's our 180. Okay. And to there. Pull back a bunch over here. I want to make my own. I think we can probably just use the trumpet over here. We might have to trim it back a little. You know, let me move this substation. I'm going to move you again in a second, but just stay there for now. Yeah, pull back some amount over here. Highway, 2-lane, 1-way. Yep, that looks good. Come off from here. Oh, I could do the parallel tool, which I've never really played with much. Oh, it does mirror it too. I was wondering about that. Oh. I was gonna say, it's not parallel there, although part of it is because of the extra lanes, but that's okay. We want some turning lanes. And all of a sudden, it doesn't actually look too shabby. And then to here, honestly, this whole highway should probably be upgraded to have 4 lanes. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here. I'm going to go highway, 4-lane highway, upgradeify, all the way to this roundabout here. And then from here, we can go to 2-lane, turn off the parallel mode, have you height match for a second here. It's too low. There we go. Is that the right height? I think that looks about. Well, it's not going to match perfectly. Just a little annoying to me. But I guess it's fine.